welcome back. You may recognize this eye look, these earrings and this cardigan and playsuit from another video. I do apologise, I'm pumping a lot of videos out to get them to you for 31 days of Halloween. But now I've got the formalities done, I'm going to get cracking into the tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing a split lip. Now I am using a 3rd degree for this. This is the best thing that I would suggest for it. It's probably the most readily available for a lot of people, especially in America. It is of course still quite pricey. So although this is going to be like an easy beginner style tutorial, this still may not be the cheapest, if that makes any sense. And again, I'm going to warn you that doing any kind of prosthetic or anything like that on your lips, as it is the most kind of moved area on your entire face, may not last long. It can be better just for pictures and stuff like that. You can of course put an adhesive down before you lay it, in the hopes that that will of course strengthen the bond. However, I cannot guarantee that this will last a 6-hour party or any place that you're trying to eat and you're trying to drink and stuff like that. It's more for the wow factor than anything else. Just keep that in mind. Now don't take that as any way, shape or form me telling you not to wear it to a party, because you guys can do what you want. But for those of you who have not used 3rd degree before, sorry, I'll turn that around. I'll just have a little brief summary for you. It's a silicone-based modeling compound. So there's part A, part B, and when you mix them together, they start to cure. So by themselves, they will not cure. They do have quite a long shelf life on them. But once you mix them together, and stir them and stir them and stir them, they start to bond, and you've got about a 5-minute period to work with it. Now this is quite good, as it's like making a prosthetic without having to sculpt, without having to create a mold, without having to cast it and then stick it to your face. However, there is some downsides to it, and that is mostly the price. It is quite expensive. I can't remember if these were maybe $40 or a little bit more. I'll put the price there. I'm gonna say there because I think that's the easiest spot for me to put it. And they are not very big in size. You do not usually need much to work with, as a little goes a long way. As well, when working with 3rd degree, it is better to work in small batches and then make more instead of wasting product, because once it is cured, you cannot uncure the product. So when working with silicone, you do want a little mixing container, 3 spatulas labeled A, B, C. Now I do apologize that they are not in alphabetical order. That is probably killing somebody right now. I do apologize. I mean, I feel like it speaks for itself, but you only want to put the B spatula in the B container. You only want to put the A spatula in the A container, and the C spatula is for mixing the 2 parts together. Now if you happen to dip the A spatula in the B spatula, you're going to set the B jar and it's going to be useless. So you need to take extra precaution when doing this, guys, to just not mix it together. I'd highly recommend when doing any kind of realistic wounds is you get a reference photo up, just so you make it look as realistic as possible. You don't have to, guys, you can make it look however you want, but if you are wanting a really quite realistic wound, it is best that you have a reference photo, just so you don't have to make your own stuff up, if that makes any sense. Now I will show you the reference photo that I am going to go by, so take this as my warning, guys. I will be showing you an actual wound here. If you want to look away for a couple of seconds, that's fine, by all means go for it. However, I don't get paid by YouTube to put ads on, so it doesn't matter if this gets demonetized because it's not monetized in the first place. That is the look that I'm going for. I'm going to do a split lip up here, very similar to that photo, and then I'll do a busted lip down the bottom as well. Now one of the best kind of split lip ones that I have seen was done by the incredible Mark Clancy, aka Powder. I will of course link his YouTube and Instagram down below. He is the Scarworks god, let's just say that, because he can do incredible stuff with that devil product that I struggle to work with quite a lot. So that was his split lip, incredible. If I can do something like that today, praise the gods that I can. I will be very happy with the turnout of this. Now I'm not sure if he also has a tutorial on how to do the split lip on his YouTube, but I will definitely leave his YouTube linked down below to check it out because his work is incredible. And YouTube seems to really hate special effects artists on here and don't like to monetize any of their stuff that contains any blood or gore. So I'm pumping out as much as I can before, fingers crossed, I hit that level up where I can start to get monetized again, because just when the ball started to get rolling with my channel, YouTube said, no, you're not big enough. Screw you. I'm taking your monetization abilities away. But that's fine. just fingers crossed, over this Halloween period, I get back up in that bracket. So of course, if you would like to see more videos coming from me, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment, do all of those magical things to build my channel to get me up that next level to hopefully get monetized. Enough chit chat about that. I'm gonna mix a bit of A, a bit of B, that's not B, that's an empty container, B together in this empty container and get started. Now you really want to try and get as much it is equal parts A and B as possible. It doesn't have to be down to like the milligram, guys. It's not that dependent, but the closer you can get it, the better it'll be, the better it'll work, and it'll cure, and it'll do everything that it's meant to do. Okay, now that it's mixed together, I'm gonna get this a little spatula so you can work with it a little bit better. I would highly recommend getting a little bit of Vaseline or something that you can blend the edges down with, as it can get a little bit tacky. Nevertheless, for me, I cannot find my tiny little spatula, which is infuriating, but I'm just going to use a little bit of that paddle pop stick broken off to make sure that there's no splinters on it, guys. And I'm going to bring these in a little bit closer so you can see what my lips are doing. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to try and do that split lip. So to start off, I'm just applying some of the 3rd degree to one half of where I want the cut to be, and really smoothing out that edge, and then leaving a gap and putting the other half of the wound on, if that kind of makes any sense. Just making sure to take your time and really smooth out the edges, just because once it starts to cure, you will not be able to do this. And then as it slowly sets, just going in and really redefining where that cut will be. I wanted to have it like a little fork, so a double split. So I've just gone ahead and added a little bit more of the 3rd degree and then just really spread it out. And then just with a little stippling brush, just going over just to add a little bit of texture so it's not this smooth thing over your lip. And then just do the exact same with the bottom lip in the design that you wish to put on there. Don't stress about it curing, guys. You do have a decent amount of working time, so just play around with it until you're happy. Now you really want to not talk while they are drying. These are pretty much dry. The top one is completely, the bottom one is still a little bit tacky. So I'm not going to try and talk too much. Right now they look like nothing special. But I'm going to go in with my 2 Skin Illustrator palettes. One is like skin tone, one is bloods and that stuff. So I'm just using a little bit of 99% alcohol with that. Just be careful if you do have dry or cracked lips. Any alcohol that does touch any open wound will really hurt. So just hear my warning. So I'm just going in with a little bit of the Rose Adjuster, I'm pretty sure. Just gently tapping it on the parts that would be skin coloured. I'm going to give that bottom bit a bit longer. So now I've just mixed some of the Rose Adjuster with some skin coloured and really kind of made it quite clear, quite transparent, and just going to brush it over a little bit more. If you really wanted to make this a lot easier for yourself, you could just wear a lipstick to make all your lips one set colour. Okay, now that I'm reasonably happy with the coloration of that, I'm going to go in and try and colour these now that they are dry. So now just with some of the skin tone matched to your skin tone, of course, I'm just going in and trying to go around the edges. If you need to do it in a splatter technique, go for it. However, I just feel like the splatter technique with such a small space usually ends up, for me, taking up too much space. Now this bottom part of my lip here does look a lot, like quite swollen, which I wasn't really necessarily trying to do. However, if you did have a busted lip, it's more than likely going to be a little bit swollen too. So it's a happy little accident. Now that I'm happy with kind of the skin tone and the coloration of the lips, I really feel like I've got over-injected lips at the moment. I look hilarious in my viewfinder. Like, people that have like allergic reactions, this is what I feel like I look like. Now taking a blood tone from the Effects palette, I'm going in and going to try and colour inside of the wounds. You do want quite a thin brush for that, so the thinner the better, just so the product goes exactly where you want it to go. I'm going to deepen that up with a little bit of the aged blood colour. Now just with the minusculest amount of black, I'm going to go in and just deepen it a little bit more. I feel like it's really easy to quite overdo it with black, so you do just want to try and be as careful as you possibly can. Now I'm pretty happy with the coloration of all of these. I'm sorry, the colour is slightly off in this camera right now. I just probably wouldn't have taken this quite down as far, as it just looks a little bit probably faker than I would have liked it to. I would have liked to have not made the lip any fatter, just like have that little bump, if you get what I mean. Now I would highly recommend using mouth safe blood for these, especially if you are wanting it to be in your mouth as well. I'm going to be using a combination. I'm going to be using some drying blood in the actual wounds just so the colour doesn't actually leave it, and I will be putting some mouth blood kind of at the back and in my mouth to make it look fresh. You get what I mean. Now my two bloods of choice today is the Fleet Street Fresh Drying Blood and the Ben Nye Mouth Safe Blood. So I'm going to go in with the Fleet Street Drying one first, and then the mouth blood last, as the mouth blood will of course dissipate and be ingested and spat out and all of those good, delicious, tasty things over a period of time. So the mouth blood's not going to stay in your mouth the entire time. You could of course add to this, I do have another special effects tutorial, which is the toothless, the tooth enamel description tutorial kind of thing, showing you the ways that you can black out teeth and do sharp teeth and stuff. You could of course add a blacked out tooth to this to make it look like you have been in a fight or something along the lines of that. Now if you have put too much blood on it, you can just dab it off with a tissue. But again, any wound is going to have some excess blood around it. So you just kind of need that to find that happy medium in between a nice amount of blood and too much blood. A good technique with distributing blood as well is putting some on just a little crinkle bit of tissue, like so, and just blotting it around, taking the excess off at first. And then lastly, just a little bit of mouth blood. But there you have it guys, that is the finished busted lip tutorial. This one up here does feel really sturdy, whereas this one feels quite less sturdy, like I feel like it's starting to work the edges up. Maybe it's just because this corner of my mouth moves a little bit more than this one. If I had to pick between the two of them, I definitely do prefer the one up the top. This one does have quite a nice effect to it, however this one is just a little bit more simple, like it a little bit more. As you can see, the mouth blood has already been eaten. Tasty. So mouth blood is definitely more of a wow factor appeal than kind of anything else. You might actually be able to get some tooth enamel that is kind of red or something along the lines of that, that might be able to give it the same blood on your teeth look. However, I don't have that. But which one do you guys prefer? Do you prefer the top or the bottom? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell wherever it may be hiding. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!